And yeah, the information be a brave for sir, legendary musician Daddy Lumba. He's no more with us. Now, this particular news about definitely it did shock a lot of people. There were many concerns. Abisa said, what really did happen? How did we even got here in the first place? Today, I say, the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC), even them, they have reacted to this particular issue. And according to them, the issue and also the debate about who is the greatest of all time, they are settling it once and for all. Because perhaps they are not just saying that the Lumba is a great musician, they are saying that he's the greatest in over a century, which is almost last 100 years. Chris, first of all, let's look at what really BBC for Edituja. If we are because you so about reacted to this. So let's look at what BBC is saying about this issue. I'm post here.
Yes, so on the Twitter handle and our X handle of BBC News World. Omo a poster, omo a postie. I think that on 27th and omo a postie. Greatest in 100 years, Ghana Mons music legend Daddy Lumba. So that is what BBC News World. Omo a postie.
And this is BBC World. It's not BBC Africa.
Yes.
A subsection of BBC. This BBC World is, which means it goes everywhere. And even far from that, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also reacted to this. If we are in question BBC's article, I'm not sure about that Lumba in detail. Or more arguments, or more make it says here, Cass will be a great tester. Then we need to say is that Lumba.
Yes, and see, John Dramani Mahama, the sitting president of Ghana, His Excellency, and also the release and as in the post by as to how and also edgy news, on his Facebook page and post here. I have learned with deep sorrow the passing of Ghana music legend Charles Kojo, affectionately known as Daddy Lumba.
Okay.
Lumba's unmatched musical genius provided the soundtrack to our lives, carrying us through various phases of life. The beats to his memorable songs may have died down, but his endurance legacy will echo through the ages. On behalf of the government of Ghana, I extend heartfelt condolences to his family and loved ones for his irreplaceable loss.
Yeah, so this is a president. That Lumba sang a song for his opponent, but he's saying that we need to look at it from an angle. Say he indeed served his purpose. Now, I share the BBC article in detail of what they are talking about and why even BBC is saying that Lumba is the greatest in 100 years. Yeah, I think it says on the screen. You see, really, I think it start from here or more arguments, in here.
Yes, so this is from BBC. Greatest in 100 years, Ghana Mons music legend. Okay, so Ghanaians are mourning one of the country's best known singers, Charles Kojo Fosu, known as Daddy Lumba.
I'm trying to watch it for people who are not really used to the English that they can understand what you are saying.
Yeah. So Ghanaians are mourning one of the country's best known singers, Charles Kojo Fosu, known as Daddy Lumba, who has died at age 60. A statement from the family of the legendary high life artist said he died in hospital on Saturday after a short illness. Now, Daddy Lumba has died at the age of 60 years. 60 years. I was celebrating last year, September, 29th September. And I was celebrating and I share any musenka. This year, September, Kobet me a clock here, 61. Daddy Lumba, whose musical career spanned almost 4 decades, was a cultural icon and his music touched countless lives. The statement said, Kofi Ocheda, co-director of Diaspora Affairs at the Office of the President, described Daddy Lumba as the greatest from Ghana in the last 100 years. So, last 100 years, as Semina Ebinso Asapi Wahayeke, the Director of Diaspora Affairs of the Office of the President, or describe Daddy Lumba as the greatest from Ghana in the last 100 years. Now, 100 years as seminal, most people are talking about it now. Said your much and they said, within 100 years, Biano, legends appear in all aspects of social life, football, music, boxing, so many other aspects of social life. No, one legend, and I say one person be out standing out. I'll bet me a for a particular number of years. And sana ebia nyame ebeto ninsa freno. Enti yehwe in Ghana ha say ye dia nyan ewo enwum to mu ena Charles Kojo Fosu the late Daddy Lumba. Enti eno na KOD Kofi Ochoda, director of the Diaspora Affairs of the Office of the President, or describe Daddy Lumba, the greatest from Ghana in the last 100 years. Daddy Lumba inspired many young Ghanaian musicians to pursue high life music, a genre synonymous with the country. He is credited with 33 albums and more than 200 songs over his long career, touching on themes such as love, forgiveness, beauty, money, death, and other social themes. And he said, I mean, most people are talking about it. And Daddy Lumba nenyoma obono. I mean, bibie ni wa untimi Daddy Lumba nyomsa ode beye. I mean, in the aspect of love, forgiveness, beauty, sikasemu. I mean, bibia Daddy Lumba's songs cuts across. Bibia opesa wode ne nyom ye bia. E man de bebo ekutia. I mean, ope wasama kache odofu bi na uhwehwema unya bia wo de kotie Daddy Lumba nyom. Unya broken heart and so wonyom odi betimi de acheche ore. I mean, one particular post be me who say, I mean, imagine playing Daddy Lumba's own songs. Wow. I mean, how touching and how
touching it will be.
How sad they bet me. Yes, say on one kasa nyom.
And yase.
On one kasa ne yase. And 33 albums and in life almost within 30 years. Daddy Lumba bet na mono albums or they buy then over 200 songs. And it was 33 albums currently he was working on his 34th album.
Wow.
But Fufi Antoatana wejayeho. So President John Mahama paid tribute to him on Sunday with a post. Yes, we read that not long ago. So meanwhile, former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said his passing is indeed a huge blow not only to the music fraternity but to the entire country. Fellow artists such as Sako Guru, Sister Efia Manifest were among the first to send condolences to the bereaved family, eulogizing the incredible talent he shared with the world. Lumba last held a public concert to mark Valentine's Day on 15th February 2025 to celebrate love, sharing the stage with some of Ghana's brightest musicians, with many of the country's politicians and influential people in attendance. So artists and before we bring now almost abeche omo message and I say omo nsem de abetudwa Guru Sako de Sister Efia Manifest ene omo maka dodo na de omo are chiche sem aba de akoma ebusua Daddy Lumba edom. And the last concert Valentine's Day 15th February of celebrating love. He shared the stage with most other Ghanaian musicians, brightest musicians, many of the country politicians also, graced this program. Lumba concert, ultimus and penning four pa ena echo. Na osha, yenso so yesusa kakre, yenso so, we also attend a Lumba ne concert. It cuts across. Said or no be cano open and yuma Lumba born you man cra or born you man.
Yeah.
Or outside social life no or age group bia nyom o hwehwa obenya na o de ayede o peso ye obo nyom children of the future and this music video name cry. Saying a whole lot about a year and cry how I basically protect your man there be nyina so yes, that's Lumba. Earlier this month he met President Mahama at the event organized for senior citizens. So that was the last time only the sitting president a Flagstaff House when they organized a program for senior citizens at the seat of government on to mark Republic Day. Daddy Lumba was there too. Senior citizens said Lumba ne concerts and the program penny for it is a senior citizens Asia. I mean we call Lumba. Yes, I mean Lumba was there. Ushia, President John Dramani Mahama. So BBC also went ahead and talked about who was Daddy Lumba.
Okay.
I mean, trying to talk to us about the fact. I mean, ne the biography. I mean, kakra BBC etimi agada ede amaye no. So Lumba was born on 29th September 1964. Said in Kakai in Suta in Ghana's Ashanti region.
All right.
And then he began his music journey in the early 1980s. In the early 1980s. He got his stage name Lumba when he composed the song Lumba, 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 which he dedicated to the freedom fighters of South Africa according to his official website. So, I don't know if BBC captured this. Lumba attended Drabin Senior High School.
Kumase.
Joso, then Drabin. So that is where he first formed the Lumba Brothers. Drabin Senior High School. Before, after school, he traveled to Germany. Nane Champon. So a different Lumba Brothers are Nane Champon. I mean, started Esanso Ebonium. That is when he released his first album. His debut album.
Yeah, I think so, that is we are finishing. Onina ne champon.
So that was the first debut album on the by. Now hear the creativity. Yesterday I was listening to that track. I heard the creativity in that particular music now.
And even that time, that's like that 30 years ago.
Of course, Achepan,
like the beats.
You can't do away with that Lumba and the beats are obo. You could see that the beat itself is speaking to you. So one number baby what beat in the pay you could realize a new way there that Lumba there that Lumba nyom and a boy. So yes, that one was released in 1986.
Okay.
So they released their first official album a year on the Lumba Brothers in 1986. The song of the same name captures the struggles of Ghanaian immigrants in Europe searching for a better life.
Okay.
Otu kwanya oko Germany oko I mean how Nema esi koso ewo honom ne ade no. I mean he had to start speaking talking about
the issues.
Yes, speaking to issues. Yes, sir.
Prevalent at that time.
At that time. After the pair fell out and split, that Lumba launched a solo career and released his first album Obiatime So Bo in 1990 and never looked back. And from that time he was just giving us back to back. I mean, check how or releasing the albums now. Almost every year.
Every year. He's been consistent.
Every year. Sometimes twice in one particular year. Or the album. So, I mean, I don't know how people wanted to compare him to other artists. So that is the end of BBC or more report on the buy about Daddy Lumba. So yes, I mean they've said a lot about Daddy Lumba. Yanka Sanswa Ghana Hano and in the diaspora, they also, I mean, they know how impactful Daddy Lumba was Ghana and then globally. Yeah. So that is the report from BBC World. Yeah.
Okay, if we have more updates as all of these various events unfold.